Hello and welcome to the 2021 Active Suffolk Awards. Active Suffolk have celebrated and awarded individuals, clubs and organisations across the county since 2006. Over the years, the awards have grown tremendously in excellence, stature and popularity, and this year is no exception. Before we get stuck into the ceremony, here are a few words from Gareth Davies, Director of Active Suffolk.
As the new Director of Active Suffolk, it's a huge privilege for me to welcome you all to the Active Suffolk Awards. Our excitement is of course tinged with a little disappointment that I can't greet you all personally, but we hope to be able to return to this as soon as we are able. Following an extraordinary 18 months, we are delighted once again to be hosting this event. But in order to bring you these awards digitally, it has taken significant coordination, and I'm delighted and grateful that Laura Beale of the Active Suffolk team has showed the tenacity and diligence to pull together all the moving parts to make this happen. Active Suffolk's vision is to increase physical activity levels across the county, and the example our nominees have set should inspire us all, whether currently active or inactive, to participate in sport and physical activity, not only for the benefits of our physical health, but also our mental well-being. These benefits should not be underestimated, and their importance has been brought into stark focus as a result of this pandemic. Yet despite the global pandemic, the quality of nominations has remained exceptionally high, and it is testament to the resolve of the athletes, coaches and clubs and the people of Suffolk to maintain this standard in the face of the limitations and restrictions that we have all had to endure. Finally, it leaves me to say that I wish all of you nominated the very best of luck. Your successes and commitment to your chosen field is something that you should be hugely proud of, just as the people of Suffolk are rightly proud of you. The skills and resilience that you have shown and demonstrated are an inspiration to us all, and we look forward to following your successes, regardless of where they may be in the future.
This award gives recognition to a volunteer in the community who is passionate about the benefits of physical activity, movement and sport, and who has had a positive impact on their local community. The shortlisted nominations from the Cressine Active Advocate Award are...
Well, I've been volunteering since about 1986 with Hadley Hares junior section, helping young children develop and getting to do the right thing in life by joining a club, exercising, basically learning what competition's all about, enjoying themselves, keeping fit. I was 64 and 2 months and I was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer, and I was told, like I say, I had only 6 months to live, and I said, no, you're all invited to my 70th. And they said, Mr. Wilkinson, I don't think you realise how ill you are. And I said, I don't feel ill, I've got a pain. And it was because it manifested to my chest wall. But I had 11 months of harsh chemo, and at the end of it, I decided I felt well enough to actually go back to see Hadley Hares and say, are you looking for any help up there? And they said, well, we're always looking for volunteers to come up and help. So I said, well, I feel well enough to actually give something back, and I want to help anybody or train anybody, or if I can help in any way, then I'm there. And I always said that if ever I trained anybody, I would never ever accept a penny. And I did it out of the kindness of my heart, and that's what I will continue to do till I finish. I just, if you can't give something back to society, then for me it's, that's what I do. That's what I am.
I done for the lockdown is I learned all the hard verbal skills with my wife. She helped me for the lockdown. She taught me a lot. I to show the people how I done this in lockdown to give you guys a chance to do some as well as. But it's more important to me because I want to learn all the different things, like different skills or drills, like Craig, we hit me as a goalkeeping that I really enjoyed.
And our winner is Gavin Harvey.
Hello, My name is Stuart Fitzpatrick. I'm the Managing Director of Cresine Graphic Communication in Ipswich, Suffolk. We are the proud sponsor of this year's Active Advocate Award and are delighted that the winner of this award is Gavin Harvey for his dedicated, inspirational volunteering in respect of his football team, the What's Up Disability Club. Well done, Gavin.
Many congratulations then to Gavin, and well done to everyone who volunteers across our county. Our next Active Advocate Award is sponsored by the Chartered Institute for the Management of Sport and Physical Activity, and this one rewards and recognises professionals who are passionate about physical activity and also the benefits this has on the individuals or communities they work with. There were a variety of nominations received in this category, ranging from health professionals who are actively promoting movement to their patients, right through to those working within the sports and leisure sector who have gone above and beyond their professional role. Let's check out the finalists.
So I'm Jodie Bosomworth. I'm one of the community cardiac rehabilitation nurse specialists. And my colleague Matt Lavers, I'm afraid he couldn't join me on this recording because he's actually true to form. He's actually providing some exercise for some other NHS staff at the West Suffolk Hospital. But we're part of the small team of the West Suffolk Community Cardiac Rehab team. So we provide exercise and support for patients after basically any cardiac event after they've been discharged home from hospital. So we'll see people from the age of 17 upwards. So we're in quite a privileged position to be able to help such a variety of people getting back to where they want to be after they've had an event. So as part of the cardiac rehab programme, once we've kind of happy that patients are progressing, once they've sort of been discharged home and that, we'll once we've done risk factor management and their clinical assessments and that, we try and get them quite quickly onto the physical activity phase of their programme. Which is facilitated by Matt, our cardiac specialist exercise instructor. And between us, we'll see patients in clinic. We'll do some initial submaximal exercise tests, whether that'll be a walking test or a step test, just to set a baseline level of ability. And then we can use that as a way of prescribing exercise for them, and we very much individualise things. So we're happy to see, like I say, patients from 17 upwards. So we'll see a variety of different levels of fitness and different levels of abilities. And we see a variety of people with different disabilities as well. So we'll offer chair-based exercise or assisted standing, right the way through to a full circuit. During the COVID period, obviously, as we went into lockdown, when it was sort of all seemed to happen overnight, all of a sudden we had a group of patients that we were worried about, that we felt that, you know, they were all of a sudden going to be losing out on their cardiac rehab programs. And, you know, when someone's been discharged home after a cardiac event, it can be a shock event, and they lose their confidence so quickly. So to add COVID into the mix, which was unsettling for all of us, was something that we were particularly worried by. So as a team, as a collective, we were quite quick to try and set something up that we could offer remotely, that would then enable our patients to carry on being as active as possible whilst safely doing so at home. So we were able to then sort of start recording. It's ended up a few late night sessions, the blooper reel you don't want to see. But we ended up recording quite a few videos that offered what we could offer as a circuit program that we could then progress patients through remotely. And we were able to record those onto DVDs, and we also launched them onto YouTube using the West Suffolk Hospital YouTube channel as well, just to be able to offer something to our patients to keep them going and to keep them exercising safely as well, which was obviously the main sort of importance to us.
Hi, Paul Warner here from the Personal Training Centre Suffolk. COVID hit us all hard last year, so we as a business decided to do something about it. So we rebranded and opened up a brand new bespoke personal training centre, 3 times the size of the last one, targeting people from all ages, all abilities, and especially those with anxiety and depression, so we can help those out. We've now got in our office as well Sue from the Thrive programme, who's our wellness and mental health coach. We've also collaborated with Scott from Edge Physio, so you have a lovely little triangle of wellness there, and we've created some exciting workshops moving forward to help everyone out in Suffolk. We've invested in lots of new equipment through savings, and through government grants and help, which has been amazing. We can't thank them enough for that. We're really excited on moving forward and keeping on developing the centre, using lots of innovation, new technologies. So we're using virtual reality, and we're also using blaze pods, reaction speed awareness with cognitive and neurological issues.
Hi, I'm Wallis, and in lockdown I worked with Abbeycroft Leisure to create a variety of online classes. These classes were free and they're available for our members and the wider community. As an instructor, I'm very aware people come to the gym and classes for many different reasons. For their social life, for their friendship groups, to get fitter, stronger and healthier, to improve their mental health and their well-being. When the classes came to my house and I was filming them, it was really important that I included and encompassed all those different things. When I started teaching, I actively told people, find me on Facebook, find me on social media, contact me, tell me what you want me to do. Give me song requests, tell me what you've been up to, give me a challenge. So I could put all those things in my classes every single day. Together as a team, I hope we worked through it, and I hope I gave them a little bit of sunshine each day. I sang to them, I danced for them, my dog pinned me to the floor and licked my face when I was doing abs with them. They saw my daughter dance in the background. So even though we weren't actually physically together, we were still together, working as a team, just a little bit further apart than normal. In lockdown, they helped me every single day. Get up, reply to messages, film something new for them, interact with them, and I hope I helped them too by just giving them a little bit of my house. Thank you.
And our winner is Paul Warner.
Hello and congratulations to you, Paul, the winner of the Active Advocate Award that Simpson's proudly sponsored. It's been absolutely fantastic to hear how you've supported your local community in getting back into sport and physical activity and those that have struggled with their mental health issues during the pandemic. I think it's absolutely fantastic what you've achieved and you should be very proud. So once again, a huge congratulations to you from everyone here at Simpster. Thank you.
Good community spirit is demonstrated right across our county and is something that has been even more apparent over the last 18 months. Whilst our leisure operators, gyms and community centres were forced to close their doors, access to sport and physical activity was indeed restricted. However, our finalists in the My Active Community Award category, sponsored by East Suffolk Council, have all been recognised for their tremendous efforts to ensure communities across our county remain or return safely to physical activity. Let's bring you the nominees.
Hello, my name's Ezra Hewing. I'm Head of Education at Suffolk Mind, and we're thrilled and very honoured to be shortlisted and nominated for an Active Community Award. We were approached by Public Health to see whether we could work with them to encourage very small people to become more physically active, to support their mental health, both as children and into later life when they become teenagers and then when they become adults. And the idea that had really gripped public health was something that we talk about during our training, which is the importance of movement and how if we don't move the brain, then we lose the brain. And we talk about sea squirts that eat their own brains if they stop moving. And that idea and public health approaching us led to the creation of this book here, Sammy the Sea Squirt, which has been beautifully illustrated by Emma Graham. And it tells the story of Sammy the Sea Squirt's journey and the creatures that he meets along the way that talk to him about the importance of movement and physical activity to protect your brain, and also includes advice for parents that want to encourage their children to be more physically active. We worked with a number of agencies and generous donors to raise the money to make sure that every reception age child in school across Suffolk gets a copy of this in their book bag that they can take home and read with their parents. We've received loads of messages from parents both who've got the book through their book bag, but also who've picked up copies at the library and have been able to sit down and share the importance of movement and physical activity for mental health with their children through reading Sammy the Sea Squirt. So again, thank you very much on behalf of Suffolk Mind for nominating us for an Active Community Award. And we hope that you too have the opportunity to enjoy reading Sammy the Sea Squirt and investing in the physical and mental health of children in Suffolk for the foreseeable future. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Andrew McPherson. I'm the chairman of the Coddenham Centre charitable incorporated organisation. The centre, as you can see, has been here since 2004 when it was opened by Princess Anne, and we came to run the centre from the end of 2019 when the local parish council asked us to take on the project. So we're very proud to be part of this community, and I myself as a resident and my fellow trustees are likewise. So we've, since 2019 of course, a few things have happened. When we were preparing the risk assessment for the business here, we of course didn't factor in a global pandemic. So we've had a pretty exciting and turbulent time, as indeed similar premises and organisations have had throughout the country, if not the world. But more exciting is that what we've not only survived at the Coddenham Centre, but we thrived. And certainly in the last year, despite lockdown, we've continued, when precautions and government guidance allowed us to remain open almost throughout the period, providing something for our community whenever possible. You can see around here there's fantastic open air spaces, so we've been able to use those and capitalise on them. We have an outdoor gym, a recreation ground, tennis courts, badminton facilities, and a range of walks to support our community as it stands. So what do we do here? Well, we have nearly 20 activities operating here despite pandemic demands. From the very youngest, our mother and toddlers groups and baby century, right through to our Nordic walking teams running a stroll with poles for more senior members of the community who might find things a bit strenuous. So as by list, we have Pilates, yoga, tennis, indoor tennis, bowls, we have a big bowling green here, and of course Nordic walking as well. The Suffolk School of Nordic Walking was established with the help of the Fit Villages project by Active Suffolk, and it's grown from strength to strength. And during this last year, we've been proud to work with the NHS in providing Nordic walking facilities to cancer patients. We also have circuit training, Taibo, which is a form of boxercise, and our indoor carpet bowls team grows from strength to strength. We also provide facilities for other clubs across the area. The unique aspect of the Coddenham Centre is that it's a voluntary organisation, it's a charitable organisation, and of course it depends on its community to keep it going. And we've had tremendous support from our community in Coddenham and the surrounding areas, and our volunteers who work so hard with us on a day-to-day basis.
Good morning, welcome to Kesgrave Junior Parkrun. We're part of the core team that are here most weeks, trying to make sure that we provide a nice run for all of the local children from far and wide. It's a 2 kilometre timed run. It's not competitive, it's about having fun and getting the kids out from 4 years old up to 14 years old to have a really lovely start to their Sunday morning. We have lots of volunteers from all the parents, and it's something that we all feel very passionately about. It was started 5 years ago, and it was started by Linda, who has been fantastic throughout and has brought all of us on board as part of the core team. I'll let Linda tell you a bit about the difference it's made to the local community.
So locally we have quite a few of the feeder primary schools. It does mean that actually they get to come here and they get a really nice gentle introduction into taking part in sports, and it helps them to build up their confidence when they are taking part for things like sports days. It means that they are a little bit more confident in taking up a whole range of sports. They have a nice baseline with their running, but then they go on and take part in lots of various different activities that are put on around and about. it also means that they know each other before they even get to the high school, which is really lovely. All of them come together not really knowing each other, and they make those little pocket friendships, and it means that actually it's not quite so daunting when they get up to big school in the area. By the time they hit high school, obviously they then go into big sports, and they have a massive sports day over at the local high school, which is fantastic. And we hear some really positive feedback on how they've got on once they get up there, and all of the things that they then take part in.
And the winner is Kesgrave Junior Parkrun.
Congratulations to the winners, Kesgrave Junior Parkrun, taking part in the My Active Community Awards. Thank you very much. It's been fantastic that communities are working together. It's so important to take part in physical exercise. It's really good for our mental health and well-being. Well done. Congratulations.
Active Suffolk are passionate about supporting all people in Suffolk to be more active, regardless of background, ability, age or long-term conditions or disability. This next award recognises an individual in the community who has managed to be physically active despite challenges, acting as a role model for others across the county as well. The finalists for the Active Change Award, sponsored by Ipswich Borough Council, are...
Hi, my name is Matthew Carl Applegate and I run the Creative Computing Club. During lockdown, I kind of took it upon myself to try and lose some weight. I noticed early on in lockdown, I was just sitting down in front of a computer screen teaching my students, and I wasn't doing anything very physically active. Normally I'm running around the room, I'm answering questions, helping students with code, but I became very, very sedentary. I put on a lot of weight. I think I got up to around 134 kilograms at the very beginning, and it really had a massive impact on me in terms of my confidence and general health. So early on, I was stuck in a computer lab. I decided to learn about things like mobility and moving around. So I started walking around the computers to begin with, because I was so big and needed to kind of lose a bit of weight. So I started walking around the computers for 10 minutes at a time, slowly built up to 15, 20, 30 minutes at a time. If I was making a cup of tea, I would walk around the room when I was making a cup of tea. I actually had to lose weight to be able to be within the weight restrictions to get onto a home treadmill. I had to get down to 120 kilograms. So I kind of decided to set up a thing called Tech Walk to encourage people to get out and about, get mobile, maybe talk to a few other people about nutrition, talk to a few other people about exercise, and get their confidence up and just get them moving, because they're in a sedentary lifestyle sitting behind a computer. We essentially meet up on the docks, walk up the docks to the Cult Bar Cafe, and then walk back, and that's usually enough time to have a few good interesting conversations, network a bit with the local tech community, and just get more mobile, encourage them to get out and about. We even now suggest to other people who come, oh, have you gone on this walk? Have you gone down to Pin Mill? Have you gone down to all these other nice places in Suffolk to go out for a walk? Because walking helps clear your mind, helps allow you to think about things differently, and it's a good starter, a good kind of entry point into the world of exercise and fitness.
Isaac is 9 years old. He was born with a rare liver disease, biliary atresia. At 8 months old, he needed a liver transplant. This means he is now immune suppressed and needs medication daily to stop rejection. He's been in and out of hospital most of his life. However, this has given him a second chance at life and has enabled him to compete in 5 British transplant games, winning gold, silver and bronze medals.
3 years ago, he started playing football for his local team, Chantry Grasshoppers in Ipswich. He also has autism and learning difficulties, which means he finds social situations difficult and learns differently to other children. This does not stop him doing what he loves. He goes to training and games every week, no matter how he feels, and overcomes his fears.
Football is an inclusive sport, and with Isaac's help, talking to people about organ donation and autism, this has helped people like him for who he is. and understand him and his conditions better, enabling other children with autism to join and be accepted. Isaac has and continues to show that despite his health condition, autism, and giving people a better understanding that anything is possible, and football is and should continue to be an inclusive for all.
Yeah, my name's Emma Goodridge-Hobson. I'm 45, I'm mum of 2, and I'm an ostomate, so I've got a ileostomy. When I had my son, when I was 40, I was quite poorly, and 2 weeks after I had him, I was admitted to hospital for several weeks, and I lost a lot of weight. I was really poorly, and then they realised that I had Crohn's disease, and it was time to take out a large part of my intestines and give me a bag. So I've got one of these, and it's there for life because they can't reverse it, and it's a way now that if you don't know what one is, instead of going to the toilet like normal people do, everything goes into the bag, the waste goes into the bag, so it's there forever. I have a bag on me all the time, but it does mean that I can function and I can do things, whereas I couldn't before because I was so poorly. My life has just changed so dramatically. I had my surgery in the March of 2018, and my daughter started school in the September, my eldest daughter, and I decided that was the day I was going to start to do Couch to 5K, and it was horrendous. It was so tough, but I decided that because I had lost so much weight, and also I'd been quite close to not being here the following day, as it were, I decided that I had to take the opportunity and start again. So I decided that I was going to start taking the opportunity of the weight that I'd lost and becoming fit, my daughter being at school, so I had a little bit more time during the day. And it started with Couch to 5K, and then it went to Parkrun, and then it went to half marathons, then it went to triathlon, and then it went to marathons, and now marathons, ultra marathons are on the way, and I'm also a cold water swimmer, open water swimmer.
And our winner of this one is Matthew Applegate.
I'm Andy Wilde-Smith, Operations Manager for Sport and Leisure at Ipswich Borough Council, and we're really proud to sponsor the Active Change Award. It's a really great award, some really inspiring stories, and we want to say a massive congratulations to Matthew on successfully winning this award. His story is fantastic. He does so much great work in the local community, and personally his story has been absolutely amazing. So really well done, Matthew, and all the best.
As always, Active Suffolk have had an overwhelming response to this year's Active Suffolk Awards. The standard of talent, dedication and commitment to supporting our county to be active and more has been exceptional as ever.
Thank you for taking the time to nominate, and please do help us to continue celebrating those who've been mentioned today.
And remember, if you're helping us to spread the word on social media, which I trust you are, do use the hashtag ASA Suffolk 21. Thank you very much indeed for watching. We hope to see you again next year.